want it to be. Watch this. When I come back in, I'm going to punch someone, because that's what happens when you alt-tab out of this game. You click to come back into it, and yeah. Be careful of that if you play this. Oh, by the way, did anyone pick this up on Steam while it was cheap this week? I think it's had 2 days. I think it might have just finished now. It was 40% off. I did tweet it out. If anyone was thinking of it, that was the time to go and get it. I might still be available on at that price. I don't know. So it was a damn good price, I think. So I actually bought the From the Ashes DLC. So I'll be playing that through in the future once we've finished the main story, which still feels a long way off. So where the hell am I? What the hell has that happened? Okay. I thought that was some weird bug. Big quest here, by all accounts. Oh, that's right. I was chasing down this counterfeit coin. I got to find out that it's something to do with the monastery. The overseer was something to do with it, we thought, but it's the overseer's assistant that I need to go and question next. And then I need to go and speak to the old knight. That's right, the old German knight at the inn with my findings. It's all coming back to me now, said Celine Dion. Hi, Italia. Yeah, did I start a bit early? I think I'm supposed to start about 8 o'clock tonight, roughly. It depends when I get finished, but I try and jump on if I get the chance. Typhon, your glasses broke just before the stream, so yeah, I hope everyone else had better luck. Maybe it's just one of those days, you know, where everything's going to go wrong. Maybe I should be damn careful what I do in this game tonight. Okay, let's see. So let's go and see the overseer up at the monastery. I didn't get to do that last time because I think he went to bed and I couldn't find him. What sword have we got? We've got a very nice longsword equipped. 80 stab damage. 80 stab damage? That can't be right. Oh, no, so that's the arrows. That's more like it. Still pretty tasty. And a raven's beak that I want to play with as well. Right. Let's get to it. The old knight that goes knee. I don't think he does go knee, but I would love to see the knights that go knee in this game. We could bump into them. Perhaps they'd be returning from a grail quest or something. Looking for the fabled shrubbery. That'd be cool. Right, let's get back in this monastery. I wandered all over this place looking for this guy before. Who's that? Someone I don't want to talk to. He was last seen up there. That's the overseer's office. That's where the hand of the overseer was. So let's go and see if I can still find him. Can you guys hear me and everything okay, by the way? Because I know OBS updated and I now have more volume bars on there than I used to. And I think it's all set all right. But if you can't hear me or anything's not very clear, like the game audio, just let me know. Because something might have just moved when it wasn't supposed to. Is that someone's cloak hanging by the door? Oh, nice little touch. So who's that? That is the overseer. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm in the right place. Oh, come out there. I think I'm alright in this bit. This is private. Right, that's his private quarters.
What's going on there?
I don't know. Nothing to do with me. Okay, so that's a disappointment. I was expecting to find him in there. That's a bit of a shame. Audio is excellent. Good. The reason I ask, because now with all, I don't know what OBS did to update it, but now if I hover the mouse over where the audio bars section is and then accidentally touch the scroll wheel, it moves the audio bars up and down. It mutes it, it quietens it. And it never used to do that. So if I think my mouse is over something else and I accidentally hit that scroll wheel, it screws up all my carefully balanced audio, which is kind of annoying. Do I need to speak to him? No. Hang on. If he's back here, surely that business, that plague business at Meherjed is all over. Overseer's hand. This is the guy.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Right. We need to interrogate this guy. That's right, because we found the blacksmith selling the copper, didn't we? Or doing the copper business. We're putting the puzzle together.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Or the painter wanted some. Let's try the painter.
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Ah, something going on here, I think. Stop stealing, you're in deep trouble. I could play that. I've got a better chance with the speech. Oh, I can see his stats. Oh, that's okay. We'll go for the speech, because that's going to be easy then.
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
It's up.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Well, we're getting the news out of this, but I've never heard of these two. Let's get the information.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel.
Oh, who's going with that?
Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
I take it up the hill. Never heard it called that before.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Okay. Inside job, maybe? I should be paying more attention to the details here.
Thank you.
Right, I think. Let's see. We're on the org list. Someone in Sasau is supplying the counterfeiters with copper. We check the local forges. I think I need to go and speak to Ulrich now. Master Fafar might be in Sasau. I ought to report my findings to him. He was the other dude, wasn't he? From Ratai. He's down at the inn. Brother Porter, do you know anything of this? No.
May the Lord watch over you.
And who is that? That's the overseer. I can only pick his pocket. Right. I think conversation options have now run out. Back to the inn. Because I can't think of anything else to do up here. That office is going to be unguarded. Is he making his way up there?
Peace at last.
I was just wondering if I should go and rummage through the stuff to maybe find any clues. No, I think we've got what we need. I think we're okay. Right then, let's get this handed in. This is part of the main quest. So I can make the claim that I have played some of the main story through tonight. And when I get sidetracked by whatever later, well, at least I can say I've done the main story. I fulfilled my promise to my audience. Up, up, up. Oh, hedge. Hedge of doom. God, hedges, fences. Oh, bushes. Come on, let me through. Yeah, that plague in Meherjed still hasn't finished. Oh God, don't want to be in there. So, I didn't ever look down the well. I told the foreman there to look down the well. I didn't ever do it myself. Go and speak with Master Fafar. Oh, he not in the inn. What about Ulrich? I don't see him. Well, you can't be far away. Let me have a look in here. Maybe he's inside the inn. Go and find out. Is he in here? No, don't think I should be in there.
Hey!
Yes. Get out of the way. Right. Ah! Just the fella. He is swilling beer.
What did Master Fafar have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Fayfile found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good.
Welcome, Henry.
Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see.
Yeah.
That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is
Yes,
painting the
that's
church in
ordered.
Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well.
I think I should have
Thanks.
spoken to him first. I've already found out these clues. Right. Okay, so that was interesting. A bit late. Never mind. Never mind. We've got what we need. How's Henry doing for food? Time for some wine. It's wine o'clock. Drink. Can I risk 2? Yeah, just 1 for now. I don't want to be raging drunk. Hang on, I need a trough. I need a wash. That a trough? No! That's a trough. Oh, you're doing the World of Tanks marathon missions? Rather you than me. People just go crazy when all that kicks off. I'm so glad I am out of that for the time being. Right, let's go and speak to this chief engineer fella. He's going to have some more information and we probably come back here. Or is this going to lead me to go into the monastery? God, could this be the start of the monastery quest? I guess we'll soon find out. Oh God, no! What's that, Eisenhorn? Is that me or or something else you're referring to? Let's see. Ah, it was this inn, wasn't it? I'm sure he said this inn, which doesn't appear to be open. Marked as down there. This isn't the right place. You fall into the World of Warships pit. Ooh. Well, that's probably a better game. It certainly has less big issues than World of Tanks. And developed by a different team as well. A team that's more interested in listening to the community, as I understand, which is always a good thing. So I thought I was supposed to go over there, but this is suggesting it should be down here, but there's no inn down here. You got private quarters in here. This isn't an inn. It is, however, suggesting that he is in this building. What the hell? Can't be. Hang on, there's got to be another way in there. There's got to be. Yeah, nice little log pile.
Hey!
Oh, Warcraft. World of Warcraft, sorry. I get my acronyms mixed up. World of Warcraft, I haven't played that in quite a long time. Ah, this is the guy. Sasau Scribe. Excellent. And this is the guy I need to speak to.
Greetings. What business have you?
Counterfeiters. I think we're
You
getting
look
there.
different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
Oh, all sorts. Hi, by the way, Helgast. Right.
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
The hill
Maybe it
behind the
would be
monastery?
worth the time.
Okay.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapita.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. And there's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
I know
I
the
suppose
man.
that he's...
I robbed him.
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended.
Hmm.
And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something.
Henry offend someone? Surely not. Okay, so
See you
more
later.
clues. Off we go. Check out the engraving workshop. Probably a good place to start, I think. What's my charisma? I probably need a right good wash. Do you know, because I'm going to do a speech-crafty bit of the quest, possibly. I think I'm going to go and get the buff from the bathhouse. What time of day is it? I'll just go for a laundry. I'm not going to go for the full wench and everything works. I mean, it's not even lunchtime, man. I have a little bit of decency left. Pretty darn good story in this game. I think so. And even the side quests feel like they've got a damn good story in this game too. They all kind of fit in quite well. And the main quest, it does draw you in quite a bit. Right then. Hello, madam. I'm after a bath.
I'd like to
And what is it you'd like?
Okay, that'll do.
get myself fixed up a bit. Have a
Hmm.
bath and get my clothes washed.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Take care.
Sure I will. Brilliant. Quick dip in the bath. Out we go. And we are good to go with a charisma full on of 20 in bright shining armour. Well, that's what we need. So we're going back to the monastery. Do we just trample the guards into the dirt? Right, off we go. So, I need to go and have a look at that hill behind the monastery. I don't know which hill they're referring to, but oh, not this again. Why can't they just put a path in a straight... Well, I know why they can't put a path in a straight line between that town and the monastery. It's because it doesn't exist there in real life. And they actually went and mapped out the villages and the position of Sasau Monastery in real life. So this is realism. It'd just been damn convenient if they could have just put a path through the middle of that peasant's field for me. Just for little old me. Right, let's get in there. What have you guys been up to this week then? Games played? Games bought? Games watched? What's been going on in the gaming world? I didn't want to come up here, did I? I've overshot my mark. Let's go back down. That's where I need to be, in there. Hey, Swimming Labrador. Sorry for being late, no need to apologise. I think I started a little bit earlier than I normally do on Fridays. Good to have you here anyway. And this guy is in one of these buildings, I think. We're on the trail of the counterfeiters swimming lab. We're sort of narrowing it down and just searching through a few more. Well, following up a few more. What's the word? Trails. Clues. Leads. That was the word I was looking for. Right, this is the guy.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of rave about the Spider-Man game. I think it looks pretty good. And I was tempted, but I don't have a PlayStation, so that was that.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
I'm a little bit tired of talking to the back of people's heads in these games in the cutscenes.
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Bit obvious.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see.
I think he was prompting us to ask.
So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague.
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Proper hangover then. You fall into the RimWorld pit, derping pleb. One of those games, sit down for 2 hours, it's already 2 in the night. Yeah, I know games like that. Tell me more about this Florian.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him.
Ah.
And the very next day, he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
Got a message from him. We're friends. He owes me money. Oh, this could be a... I've got to be... If I say we're friends, it'll sound odd that I've been asking unusual things and I would have known that he worked here. I'll go with that.
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah,
okay.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate it. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
Really? Well, that was worth asking about.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly. Although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Wouldn't know. Never been to a bathhouse, ever.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Right.
Goodbye.
Let's go and get my loyalty card stamped again at the bathhouse. Why not just jump over there? Ooh. All the goodies in here. Including... I thought that was a big chest to open up. It isn't, is it? So it's gone from all the goodies in here to none of the goodies in here. Apart from this one. Let's have a little look in here. Pretty sure he can't see me on the other side of that wall over there. Oh, it's a tricky one. And there's nothing in there whatsoever. Oh well. Worth a quick look. Hey, Captain Mikado, how's it going? You notice the wrecked wagon and in the chest outside the hut with the injured merc, there were black arm wraps or some such. Might want to check them out if you're in the area again. Thank you very much. The wrecked wagon, the chest outside the hut, the injured merc. That's a long way off. But yeah, I know what you mean. And I do need to go back up that way. Oh, cheers. Thanks. I meant to look around the back of that hut when I was there. And totally forgot. Because we went chasing off after a night in the dark. That's already been opened up. Cheers for that. New Spider-Man game's not for you, I tell you like the hack and slash games without having to think. It looks like just a good beat 'em up, but relies on a lot of combos being triggered off. Maybe. It looks kind of fun. The web slinging looks fun. The dialogue sounds pretty fun. I like there were loads of cheesy jokes and lines and stuff in there. Feels like a Spider-Man sort of experience. So I quite like that. Hang on, am I disappearing off out here? The baker in town? Oh, Madam of the Baths. And the baker in town then. So we found out who works with copper in Sasau. We know that bit. We've even confronted them about it, so that bit's all good. With all the stealing going on, maybe I should rename the character Robbie. That's not a bad suggestion, Eisenhorn. I am very tempted to steal everything, I have to say. But I always say that, you know, if it wasn't meant to be stolen, the developers wouldn't have put it in the game to be interacted with in the first place. That's my excuse. That's going to be my defense when I'm hauled up in front of the executioner one day. Right, I need the bathhouse, madam. The guy in the wagon who had them was the one doubled in half. Cheers. Black arm wraps, you say? What good are those for? Stealthing about? Who's that fella? Townsman. You could injure someone with that, my friend. Be careful where you go. Right then. What is this business I hear?
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl.
Hey?
Shudder to think what's become of her.
Oh, by God, there's a lot of dialogue here.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
Wow.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
It's a kidnapping and a hostage situation.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Maybe. You thought those arm wraps might be good for stealth? Yeah, I can see what you're thinking. I'll definitely check them out. Always looking to improve my stealth.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
I can see why.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
These people provide a valuable service to us travelling, adventuring knights.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
Who knows? Who knows? The abduction of Esther.
I'd like to know more about the kidnapping.
Are we done? We're done, aren't we? Yeah, we're done there. Good.
Take care.
Okay, cool. So we know a little bit about what's going on. We need to go and find Florian now. I think that's our next step. I don't know. These medieval peasant types, they lead a very complicated life.